Hello and welcome to the University of Law. This is the second video in my, I'm guessing it's going to be 10 or 11 part series, in which I go through the best starting points for each Doctor at Big Finish, as asked for, as requested for by viewers of the channel. So I've already done the first Doctor, this is the second Doctor's turn. The second Doctor, I mentioned before, the first four Doctors, it's very much, there aren't major starting points where you have to kind of, listen and follow to understand what's going on. The second Doctor is probably even more relaxed than the first Doctor. You really can just pick any companion or monster that takes your interest and go from there. I will give you some of the more obvious starting points if you want to get your teeth into a longer story in this video, and give some of my recommendations as well. So first of all, with the second Doctor, his main ranges are the current second Doctor range that started in 2022, the Companion Chronicles and the Early Adventures are really the major sets for or the major ranges that feature the second Doctor. So if you're intrigued by kind of season 4, because it's mainly lost, and it's been great seeing the animations, and if the animations have given you a little bit of an interest in the second Doctor's early days with Ben and Polly, there was a Companion Chronicles box set which has a story set just after Power of the Daleks, so it's just him and Ben and Polly. That, if that takes your your curiosity. However, what I would recommend is getting the Early Adventures and Companion Chronicles that star Jamie, Ben and Polly, and get them and listen to them in release order. There's some lovely development around Ben and his backstory and his dad that kind of crops up through the stories as well. So I definitely recommend that. A couple of, I think 2 of them are from the second season of Early Adventures. I'd recommend to us the whole of the second season of Early Adventures. There's 2 with Ben and Polly and Jamie. Then the third one is the amazing Black Hole, which I'm not going to say anything about, but there's so much going on. If you're a second Doctor fan, for me, it's the definitive second Doctor story. It's got everything a second Doctor fan would want. So I'd recommend that one. And it ends with the fabulous ISOS Network, which is a lovely sequel to The Invasion. So season 2 is a fantastic one. Season 4 again kind of leads on from the season 2 ones for Ben and Polly with those stories, and then season 6 is kind of in 2 parts. There's one story that again kind of, I think it wraps up their story, it finishes it off, and the whole arc around Ben and his dad. And there's also the amazing kind of 5th anniversary special, which unites the first and second Doctors, and that's a perfectly standalone story. And it's got the Daleks in, and it's got Katarina's back. It's a great story, and that's season 6 of the Companion Chronicles. Of the Early Adventures. So yeah, and there's an interesting one. There's a few interesting ones with Jamie, like Helicon Prime is a fun one. The Jigsaw War's very good. It's a great performance of Fraser Hines in both the Early Adventures and the Companion Chronicles. Around about his performance, not impression, his performance as the second Doctor. So really, as I say, the best thing to follow is Ben and Polly if you want to follow a longer range, and just do it in release order. The Vicky and Jamie stuff you can listen to in any order. Really, the one I recommend is the Black Hole. And then of course there's the Vicky. The Zoe stuff, again, that can be listened to in any order, really. There's some lost stories as well. I'd really recommend the Ice Warrior one. I forgot what it's called. Lords of the Red Planet, might be called. It's like the origin of the Ice Warriors. That's a really good one. But of course, the famous range now is the second Doctor range, which is that we're only 2 releases in, with a third one coming up. So if you want a jumping on point, it's the perfect place to start. We've only had 2 releases. You can catch up very quickly, with a third release coming later in 2024, and it's season 6B. It takes place straight after War Games, and it has the second Doctor taken out of time at the point of his regeneration and asked to work for the Celestial Intervention Agency. And it's a really great run of stories. And I said we're 2 sets in, so it's a perfect jumping on point. And to be honest, with all of the Ben and Polly stuff, you can listen to it, and I say do it in release order. There is a ongoing development there, but it's not necessary to listen to all of them or in order. You could listen to any of them in any order. Vicky and Zoe is very relaxed in terms of how it's organised, but this is, if you want to get your teeth into a mini series, it's this range. It's the second Doctor range, starting with Beyond War Games. So that's really my recommendations on the second Doctor, and best places to start. If you disagree with me or you got any thoughts yourself, do let me know in the comments below. And if you do get into the second Doctor audios, do let me know how you found them in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for the third Doctor video.